Hello, hello, this is Dr. Goodin. Please subscribe down there somewhere and like this video if you like it. It's just meant to be helpful. So week 10, assignment 1, complete city training. I like to think that this is the easiest assignment, but maybe it's just the easiest for me to grade. So sorry about that. It can take some time. It depends on how you do trainings. For instance, some people skip right to the end and try to take the quiz without really paying attention. It works out for some people. It doesn't for other people. To be ethical, I need to encourage all of you to watch all the training and don't skip to the end. So all individuals, this is a training on ethics. So be ethical. All individuals who are planning to conduct research must complete a web-based tutorial called CITI, or CITI, that focuses on the protection of human research subjects. The tutorial may require 4 to 6 hours to complete. I think it's shorter because you're tied to NCU, or Central University, where you're going to school right now. And we have cut down on how much we require. So this may be overshooting it. It may require that much time, but it does not have to be completed all in one sitting. The tutorial consists of several modules. You must complete the required modules for the social and behavioral sciences, because that's what you're doing if you're taking this course, although there are optional modules. If you just want to take more, you can. The Institutional Review Board, or IRB, which you'll come to love and hate maybe later in the process after you finish chapter 3. Well, hopefully you should actually start working with IRB and getting to know how they do things early, like in chapter 1. Talk to them about your study, whether it's feasible, whether if they have any ideas about, well, that's a high risk. Maybe you don't realize something's high risk, but they do, because that's their job. And then if you're doing like a high risk study, they may require additional modules or something. But for now, just focus on what's required. Your task this week is to follow the steps below to complete this web-based tutorial. And it just tells you, go to the city website, and there's a link in the weekly resources. Once you have completed the module, please save the completion page and submit it as proof of completion. So that's kind of telling you the end before the beginning. Go to that website, click on register, complete the registration form. If you're asked for an institutional email address, type irb@ncu.edu. For the question, which course do you plan to take? Select the link referencing research with human subjects. For the response to the question regarding your role in human subjects research, select PI, or Principal Investigator option. Begin the course by enrolling in a learner group. Select your group. On the learner menu, choose Basic City Course. First, the required and optional modules are listed in the grade book. Complete the required modules and associated quizzes. I think there are 9. You must complete all the required city modules and correctly answer 85% of the quiz questions for it to count for these required modules before the city certificate will be issued. Scores for the optional module quizzes will not count toward the 85% score requirement. You can complete the optional modules. Your city report will only show completion dates, not overall scores, for the required modules. When you complete the course, you will see a screen containing your certificate of completion. Save this page as preferably most people save it as like a PDF, but this says HTML, RTF, which is rich text, or this is a Word file. If you have successfully completed city training already in a previous course within the last 2 years, you may submit the earlier certificate. Probably should have said that first. For completion of this assignment, if you have lost that certificate, you can always contact City at this email rather than your faculty member, because we will not be able to help you with that. And that's that assignment, and you'll just submit that proof that you did it. So for me, it's really easy to look and say, oh, you did it. Look at that. I don't have to really read much. It takes me about less than 30 seconds to sort of read through the certificate, make sure it's legitimate, and then move on with my merry life. For you, it can take 4 hours. It's a good thing to start learning if you don't know it. A lot of this stuff I can just breeze through it because I've taken the city course like 20 times. But for you, if it's your first time, it might take a little longer. But it's not hard. Just pay attention, take the quiz. You can usually retake the quiz if you don't. So that's the one thing. Don't freak out if you don't do well on the quiz. You can almost always, I think, retake the quiz. Don't quote me on that, but they let you retake it. Sometimes they switch up the questions and throw in different ones, and definitely switch the order, and so you, it's not, it's not something you want to take all day just testing with the quiz to see if you can guess the right answers. But the point is, if you mess up, don't get the grade you need, you can retake the quiz. So this week is a little bit different, and hopefully that is nice for you to not have to write a paper. So thank you.